What's up guys, it's Austin. Welcome to another paranormal story time. This is about Zozo and the Shadow Man. As you guys know, this is all part of my Shadow Man series, and this story time is a part of it. So let's get into this. I have a lot of explaining to do for this series. So in the last episode of this series, this is actually the next one, this story time's a part of it of course, we threw out the Ouija board. But as you guys know, even though we threw out the I still think, or me and Mike know that the Shadow Man and Zozo is attached to both of us. We thought, oh, Shadow Man's attached to only me, and Zozo from the Ouija board is attached to only Mike. Well, that doesn't make sense because Mike's been seeing the Shadow Man around his house. So Mike has been telling me he's been seeing this tall, dark shadow figure at the top of his stairs. I film in Mike's room a lot. We film videos a lot in his room. So when you exit his room, you look, there's stairs. They lead all the way up to the top. He saw a guy in a top hat just standing at the top of the stairs and then was gone. And he's been seeing that like multiple times. I'm like, okay, so you're still seeing the Shadow Man. He must be still attached to you. And he's just like, well, yeah, because he's been seeing him like non-stop. And I also heard recently that his mother has actually been seeing the same thing, which is actually really freaking creepy. Something that I think I need to get out of the way is that yes, we got rid of the Ouija board. That was probably the best thing we ever did, but that did not get the demon Zozo away from either of us. We still think those two demons are still attached to us, Zozo and the Shadow Man. I did say in the last video that maybe I want to keep the Shadow Man, maybe he wants to just be a friend and all that kind of stuff, but demons like to trick people. That's what they do. Once they latch onto you, it's hard to get them off. It's not just like, oh, you throw a Ouija board away and it just casually goes away. No, it can be latched onto you for years and years at a time. It can sometimes lay dormant for years as well, which means it probably won't haunt you like all the time, but it'll come back later in the future and like really mess you up. So yeah, I still think it was a good idea to get rid of the Ouija board, of course, because that stuff is just not good. I don't know. I really don't know if we're gonna play it again. I don't think we are, but I'm not gonna promise anything because then, oh, we'll probably end up playing it. We don't know. So yeah, Zozo and the Shadow Man is still attached to the both of us, which still kind of sucks because there's a lot of haunted stuff still happening. And I'll get into this next story right now. Don't click off the video yet. This is very interesting. I slept over at Mike's house last night. As you guys know, yes, his house is haunted, but we also have the Shadow Man that we're dealing with. I was watching Netflix. I was watching a haunted documentary. I was just laying on Mike's bed. He was asleep, okay? His dog Callie starts barking at 3 in the morning at exactly 3:33 a.m. And I'm like, what is going on? So she's barking and yelping for like 5 minutes. I kind of ignore it. I'm just like, okay, maybe she just needs to go to the bathroom, but she is like yelping, whimpering, and Mike is just like, she never does that if she needs to go to the bathroom. I immediately, when I heard that, I turned over to Mike and I'm just like, he like woke up. He was like in a daze. He woke up and he was also creeped out at the same time because he also knew what time it was. He woke up, he was still laying on his pillow, and I'm just like, dude, Callie is barking. It's 3:33 in the morning, the devil's hour, and he's like, that's creepy. So we go upstairs, we go and see what his dog wants. We let her outside. We look around the house, there's no one there. I was so tempted to grab the camera because I did have it with me. When you're in the moment like that and something creepy is happening, you're just like, oh my god, like, is this like maybe a robber? Is there someone in the yard that's dangerous? There was no one there. We literally looked all throughout the backyard. There was no other animals, nothing. There was nothing in the backyard. There was nothing there. She was whimpering and barking really loud. So Mike woke up, I got up out of bed, I was already awake. So we were just really confused. We're just like, she was yelping like she was scared of something, like something was attacking her, or like she saw something, because she was just sitting at the top of the stairs just barking and yelping. That is the most recent story that I have of Mike's house being super haunted, and I think it has anything and everything to do with the Shadow Man and probably Zozo too. I really wanted to explain all that to you guys in a story time. I really felt like it just needed to be said because I don't want there to be any confusion in the series where you guys are just like, okay, well, is Zozo attached to you or is he just attached to Mike? Zozo and the Shadow Man are attached to the both of us. We're still trying to figure out how we can be even more safe about it. We obviously don't want this forever, and I know that Mike doesn't because it freaks us out. We get scared when this stuff happens. I was literally like shaking when this happened at 3:33 in the morning and his dog just randomly starts going absolutely crazy. She's never done that, not even to just go outside. She's never acted like that. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the story time there. That's really all I had on my mind recently about the Shadow Man and Zozo and all this other crazy haunted stuff that's been happening. happening to us with this series of the Shadow Man. Hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Please comment down below, tell me what you think, drop a like on the video, and subscribe if you're new. Peace, guys.